It's not a good place. People
Yeah.
do crazy stuff all the time, and you just kind of have to deal with it. And I guess with it, you having all these followers, and in stardom comes like hate and all this different type of stuff. But only thing I've noticed is that people are very intimidated by natural Black women.
Wilder, as if things couldn't get much worse, Claressa Shields just revealed something unexpected. With people picking sides, dragging names, and challenging everything we believe to be true about Remy and Papoose's alleged ideal marriage, the internet is in full meltdown mode. However, how did it all begin? Why is Claressa making this public all of a sudden? Above all, is Papo indeed her baby daddy? Don't assume that Remy is just lounging around. Now what? When Claressa Shields realized she could no longer keep things secret, all of this mayhem began. She suddenly revealed something shocking, the kind of information that could ruin any relationship. After rumors of instability began to circulate months ago, people were already keeping a careful eye on Papoose and Remy's marriage. But nobody anticipated Claressa would intervene and make matters worse. She made it apparent that Papoose was more than just a friend or mentor to her on social media by implying a covert relationship. People weren't sure if they should believe it at first. Despite Claressa's reputation for being vocal, others believed she was trolling because of how ridiculous the charge was. But for others, she seemed to be hinting to something real, something that had been happening for some time. The actual stunner, though, Papoose's response, complete quiet, not a single remark, denial, or effort to clear his name. And in a circumstance such as this, words are not as powerful as silence. Wouldn't Papoose have shut it down right away if it weren't true? Rather, his failure to act stoked the flames, and shortly, in an effort to uncover any indications that something had been happening behind closed doors, fans began piecing together past exchanges between Papoose and Claressa. Remy, meanwhile, was the subject of intense investigation. According to some stories, she had suspicions for some time but lacked the evidence to challenge Papoose. Others think that, like everyone else, she learned about it via social media. In any case, it was obvious that she wasn't going to overlook this.
Look at that. Look at her insecurity. If y'all know a woman, this woman
do you know a woman? This woman wants to. Don't nobody want to be no drug cheater, no loser.
Look at she
get all these business before you
something.
knocking out.
Listen. Again, an insecure woman.
Listen again, an insecure woman.
Okay, who wants
Remy has never been one to remain mute when someone approaches her, and she quickly responded on Instagram to Claressa Shields' opening comments. Everyone understood exactly who she was referring to, even if she didn't give names. She made it obvious that she felt betrayed by reposting a mysterious message about funny love and treason, but it was only the beginning. Remy quickly went on her Instagram stories to criticize women who based their entire persona on the men of others. She didn't hold back, making it very clear that she wasn't impressed and making fun of Claressa's handling of the situation. However, she then directed her anger onto Papoose. Papoose had established a reputation as the ideal husband for years, supporting Remy during her incarceration, preserving her reputation, and being her staunchest ally. Now, though, Remy made it apparent that she felt taken advantage of and duped throughout this whole situation by calling him out for being a taper rather than a giving. What about the internet? They were consuming it. Fans flocked to the comment area, where some criticized Remy for her handling of the situation, while others praised her for defending herself. Others accused her of playing the victim now that the truth was being revealed, while others maintained that she had every right to be upset. However, it became abundantly evident that this story was far from over.
was already out here having her little boy toy or whatever. Right? He done came out and done said it. It's not a thing of me having the issue with her. My only issue is why you leak my number. It ain't no thing, oh, I want him and he's married to you. And it's not that. I'm a girl's girl. So when it comes to like that, that's not it. Don't look at me and say, oh, you just came and messed up this happy home and stuff like that. Because that's not what happened. We would still not be public or people wouldn't know still right now because that's not how he does things. That's not how I'm doing things moving forward. Like for me, I'm just not like that. I'm not fighting over no man. She's mad that he moved on while she's moved on. You know how people want their cake and they want to eat it too.
So she did leak your number on the internet. Has that affected you? Have people been using it and calling?
Absolutely. All these private calls and reds. If I go to Mist, right, look, this is all people who are calling for her.
There are a lot of missed calls.
Just when we thought things couldn't get any worse, leaked text messages hit the internet and everything changed. Screenshots, allegedly from Claressa Shields' phone, surfaced showing private messages between her and Papoose, and if these texts are real, then Claressa wasn't just casually involved, she was all in, begging him to be honest, to stop playing games, and to finally commit. One of the messages read, "I don't deserve to be hidden. I'm sick of hiding. If you really love me, why do you keep lying?" These were not the words of a woman in a casual fling. This was deep. But the real bombshell dropped when Remy decided she was done staying quiet. She didn't just sit back and let the internet run wild with speculation. She went on a full-blown Instagram rant, posting cryptic messages that fans immediately connected to the situation. Some believe Papoose had been leading Claressa on, making promises he never planned to keep. Others argued that Claressa knew exactly what she was getting into and was now playing the victim. In one of her posts, Remy took direct shots at both Claressa and Papoose, writing, "Some people will believe anything just to justify their bad decisions." And she didn't stop there. According to inside sources, Remy has serious dirt on both of them, and she's not afraid to use it. Allegedly, she has proof that Claressa knew Papoose was still involved with her, but kept pressuring him to leave. And if that wasn't enough, rumors swirled that Remy had damning texts proving Claressa was lying about how serious their relationship really was. But this raised even bigger questions. If Remy had all this evidence, did that mean she had known about Papoose's involvement with Claressa all along and chose to stay silent? Or was she scrambling to control the narrative now that the truth was out in the open? After days of silence, while the internet dragged his name through the mud, Papoose finally snapped. He broke his silence and didn't hold back. In a public statement, he denied everything, insisting he was not the villain here. He flat out denied lying to Claressa, claiming he never promised to leave Remy for her. He then accused Remy of twisting the story to make herself look like the victim. According to Papoose, he had been trying to end his marriage privately, and he and Remy had already been living apart for months. And then, he dropped another bombshell, implying that Remy had known about his relationship with Claressa long before it became public. But this is where things got even crazier. Papoose didn't just defend himself. He flipped the script and exposed shocking details about Remy. According to sources close to the couple, Papoose claimed that Remy wasn't as faithful as she pretended to be. He accused her of seeing other men and using their marriage as a publicity stunt, making it seem like they were still together when, in reality, their relationship had been crumbling for a long time. Fans were shocked. Could it be that Papoose wasn't the devoted husband everyone thought he was? Or was Remy the one playing games all along? One thing is clear, this drama is far from over.
You wanna make me wifey or something. Kinda lock me down, gonna indict me or something.
Okay.
Now she on the ground talking spicy for nothing. His girlfriend mad, guess she wanna fight me or something.
Initially, it appeared as though Remy would make a few subtle allusions and then go on. Now though, ignoring the internet's demands for answers is no longer an option. Some people think that she's done with Papoose forever because this is the last straw. However, given that their marriage has previously been the subject of scrutiny, others believe she is merely putting on a front to preserve face. The question is though, why did Remy wait until now to respond if she was aware of Papoose and Claressa before the general public was? Insiders claim that she wasn't truly taken by surprise. Rather, she was merely hoping the truth wouldn't be revealed. She is attempting to limit the harm now that it has happened. And that's precisely why some people think she's humiliated rather than just angry. Particularly considering that Papoose has long been viewed as the ideal devoted husband. Long-term partnerships are challenging though. It wouldn't be shocking if they were still resolving their differences behind closed doors. However, what if Remy is truly done for good? This might be the last straw for one of the most talked about couples in hip-hop. The intriguing thing is that there is still a hint that she may not be finished yet. Claressa, what about her? She is not going to back down. She is actually putting more effort into her version of events. Claressa has received a lot of criticism, with some fans accusing her of pursuing influence, but rumors have it that she is sick of being portrayed as the bad guy. Although she maintains that she was merely telling the truth, not everyone agrees. What will happen to Claressa next? It's uncertain if she will continue to voice her opinions or leave this difficult scenario. While some assume she'll disappear into the background to prevent more controversy, others say she's waiting for Papoose to officially claim her. But now, every action she takes will be observed, evaluated, and scrutinized. And lastly, Papoose. From here, whither does he go? His reputation has been totally destroyed by this whole ordeal. He was regarded as Remy's devoted ride-or-die spouse for many years, but now, his reputation has suffered greatly. While some admirers believe he is simply another man who fell for his own falsehoods, others feel deceived. There is no doubt that this story is far from over.
Papoose has been trying to get a divorce for some time now. He says, sad to say that Remy Ma is a narcissist. She chose to cheat repeatedly. Now that I finally moved on, she's playing victim. I have requested a divorce numerous times. She rather clout chase on social media than handle this like civilized adults. I did not want to do the social media foolishness for the sake of my 6-year-old baby. She has to go to school. As you can see, I remained quiet through it all.
Papoose has always been private, but if he thinks staying silent will make this all disappear, he might be in for a rude awakening. The pressure is mounting, the internet is still buzzing, and the receipts keep dropping. One thing is clear, this drama is far from over. Every day, a new twist emerges, whether it's more leaked messages, cryptic social media posts, or even the possibility of a public breakup announcement. What started as a whisper of suspicion has now exploded into a full-blown scandal, forcing fans to question everything they thought they knew about Remy and Papoose. Was their marriage ever as strong as it seemed? Or has the truth been hidden in plain sight this whole time? Now we want to hear from you. Is Claressa justified in her anger? Does Remy have every right to be furious? And what do you think is next for Papoose? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this story is far from finished.